Hi guys, that's Gianpaolo Lorusso speaking for a new edition of the Top 10 PPC News from October the 4th to the 11th. Okay, what we are talking about today. Google Ads. Is the split coming? Best structural choices in Performance Max. Our sales teams organizing Google Ads. AI Gen video tools in both Google Meta and TikTok actually. Keyword prioritization. For Meta Ads, the importance of one-day attribution data, exclusion or expansion, more brand suitability and safety controls. For TikTok and Pinterest, they both launched automatic ads platforms. LinkedIn ads, mini guide to message ads, and finally, Google GA4. Is it really worth adding UTM parameters to Google Ads? Okay, let's move to two extra contents we have this week. The first one is by Mike Rhodes on LinkedIn.com, and he's released a very nice script to collect all sales data of the peak season in a way very nice to elaborate, to analyze. Free script. SearchEngineLand.com. Second extra content is by Catherine Askew, and it's a mini guide for message ads in LinkedIn. Very nice, very analytic, and she explains and gives some very interesting tips for this kind of campaigns. But let's start with the news number 10. This news is unfortunately only in Italian. It's written by Marco Ciglia, who is one of the most renowned analytics specialists here in Italy, a long course specialist. He is explaining here, you can use the automatic translation to see why it's not so useful to tag with UTM parameters Google Ads campaigns, substantially because in GA4 there isn't a report. This is not granting any more any data more exclusive, more rich data. News number 9. Jill Saskingale on wordstream.com explaining how keyword prioritization works in Google Ads. So how the platform decides which keyword is enabling which ad, and or search teams in Performance Max or other criteria. Very nice post. News number 8. Both Pinterest and TikTok are releasing new automations for their ad platforms. In particular, TikTok is introducing Smart Plus, which is the equivalent of Performance Max and Advantage Plus in Google and Meta. GMV Max, which is sort of automatic the shopping ads. And in Pinterest, I see the post here in Italian because I could not see it in English, but it's in all languages, of course. And they've launched Performance Plus campaigns, which is the equivalent of Advantage Plus and PMax. News number 7. LinkedIn.com, Thomas Sexel, here has spot the video enhancements in demand gen, and same thing. It's sort of a product generation. It's a video generation tool in Product Studio in GMC next in US only by now, but it of course will be released globally. And another AI Gen video tool is in Meta. It's been released in Meta, and they now have they can expand video or generate new video from a static image. The post here is by Bram van der Allen on LinkedIn.com. News number 6. Meta here is announcing some safety and suitability control on the ad platform. You can now block comments, for instance, and other things, other functions. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, they released they expanded the possibility to have third parties reports by AAS and other third-party tools, as done TikTok last week. News number 5. Jill's asking her on learn.jill.ca. She's explaining here how the Google Ads sales teams are organized in Google. So why they are calling us every day and who is calling us and why we know. So it's nice to understand exactly the differences and the eventual overlapping of the teams. News number 4. John Loomer on johnloomer.com explains here why automatic expansion and exclusion should not be considered perfectly alternative, but probably they are working. Even in expansion, it's quite likely that your excluded audiences can be actually excluded, but you can't do it. So this is a very nice post because it explains which are the holes, which are the missing pieces now in Meta to be sure not to have overlapping with other campaigns. News number 3, the podium. Bram van der Allen here on LinkedIn.com, and he is explaining why the one-day view attribution actually helps Meta to optimize ad delivery. So it's not a good thing to cut it, and he explains exactly why. News number 2, the silver medal. The second most important news in this week is by Optimizer and excellent Nava Hopkins, and they shared data retrieved from more than almost 25,000 accounts, structural best practices for PMax. So what's working, what is not working, and very nice observation, very nice data to look at. News number 1. The most important news this week is for sure the fact that the US government is considering to break up Google, to split Google from Android and Chrome to avoid to close finally the de facto monopoly in search ads. In search, Google has been holding for decades now. So this is something that may happen. So we cannot, of course, foresee if this is exactly what is going to happen, but this is something possible. So that's all for this week. If I missed something important, please comment, and may the ROI be with you. We'll see next week. Ciao! And if you come to Bologna or register to Bologna on streaming, we'll see next week. Ciao for ADworld Experience.